right, this is Dan Meehan for Fight News Australia, and today we have Eternal lightweight champion Dan Hill, who defends his title against Brentin Mumford on August 17th at Eternal 61. Dan, how are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries. For those who don't know, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
As far as training-wise, I started amateur boxing when I was about 15. And after that, I got into BJJ. And then when I was about 17, I started training MMA. And I had my first amateur fight when I was 17. And then I think I turned pro when I was 19. Yeah.
Yeah, right. No mucking around there. So yeah, you made your amateur debut back in 2014, and since then you've had 7 fights in 7 years. Now we've seen a trend of young fighters sort of choosing to build up slowly of recent times. Was that sort of part of the plan for you, or is it more just difficulty finding fights?
I guess it was. I was always going to take the slow route, that's for sure. But you know, I was pretty young, and I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to really have a good crack at MMA. And I didn't always have a gym to train at. Like I had a couple of coaches, and then I had a falling out with one of my other coaches, and just little things like that. I hadn't really had a proper home, as such, until I moved to Brisbane and started training at Nitro and integrated.
Right. Yeah, fast forward to 2021, you captured the Eternal lightweight title back in March against Josh Togo. Can you tell us a little bit about that fight and what that win meant to you?
Yeah, well, that win meant a lot to me. I put in, a lot of hard work for that fight. I thought it was a good scrap. Obviously that canvas was a bit of an issue. Like if everyone was watching, they would have saw. So yeah, I just sort of had to stand in front of him and trade a little bit. I couldn't use my feet and move in and out, so I had to take a couple of shots, which wasn't too bad. But all in all, I thought it was a good fight. I thought I was always in control, and I dragged him into deep waters, and then I don't think he could handle it, and then I got the submission, so that was good.
Absolutely, and of course you're defending your title this time against perennial contender Brentin Mumford at Eternal 61. How's training camp been? It must be nice having Tim Schultz, your teammate at Integrated MMA, in fight camp as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's good having Tim. We partner up all the time, and obviously because he's got a fight coming up, we train at a good intensity because we're both fighting. So it's good, and obviously I train at Nitro boxing too. So I'm training with like Isaac Hardman, David Chan, getting in some good rounds with some pro boxers. So we expect my stand up to be pretty sharp coming in on August 7th.
All right, and were you part of Hardman's fight camp as well, leading up to his recent fight?
I wouldn't say I was a huge part of it. We did a few rounds here and there, but obviously he does rounds with a few guys that are just pro boxers and stuff. So try not to mix in too much. But yeah, we do train together quite a bit.
Right, so yeah, good training partner to have. Now, here's a tricky one for you. If obviously Tim Schultz and yourself compete in the same weight class, so could things get a bit awkward if he sort of fights his way up the ranks while you've got the belt?
Well, we haven't really discussed that yet, so we've got to cross that bridge when it comes. But as for now, we'll just see what happens. I'll keep winning and he'll keep winning, and then obviously we would never fight each other, that's for sure. Someone would we'd obviously have to sort something out. But yeah, me and Tim won't be fighting, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Our Eternal 61, of course, had to be pushed back a few weeks due to the recent COVID outbreaks. Now, I know cancellations and opponent switches are pretty commonplace in MMA, particularly in the local scene. But how disruptive is it to have your fight camp sort of extended like that?
Well, for me, I think it is a bit of a pain, because we train for a date, and I train to peak at that date, that certain date. I go hard, and then you taper off that week, and then you're ready. So, I was ready to peak 17th of July, so I had to drop it back, just slightly drop it back, the intensity for a week and a bit, and then go pretty hard this week and next week. So yeah, I make do, but it was a bit of a pain, but it is what it is.
Absolutely. Now, your opponent this time out, as we mentioned, is Brentin Mumford. What are you expecting from him, and how do you think you guys match up?
I I'm expecting him to be a sharp striker. You know, he's pretty good. He's been around for a long time. I'm excited for the matchup. You know, he's a bit of a veteran of the game, but you can expect me to outstrike him and out-wrestle him, in my opinion. I think I'm better everywhere, and I'm coming to prove that. So, yeah, come August 7th, I'll show everyone that I'm the best lightweight in Australia.
And this will be Mumford's third crack at the lightweight title. Are you expecting a bit of extra desperation from him, or?
Yeah, you know, I think this is his last go. He's that lightweight title. You know, he's had, like you said, this is his third time. So yeah, you know, he might be coming out hard. We got to wait and see. But yeah, I win this fight. End of story. So yeah, sorry, Mumford, you're not going to win.
And yeah, assuming of course that you are successful defending a title this time, have you got your eye on anyone else in the division?
Well, I've got you know, you got who you got? Dim Skill. He's featherweight now. He just got the late call up to fight Martinez, so I wouldn't mind having a go with him. And obviously you got Josh Kuhn coming up. You know, he's a bit of a heavy hitter. He's pretty good. There's a couple of other guys in Australia that aren't signed with Eternal. You know, Aiden Aguilera. That's another one I've been having my eyes on. You know, he's pretty handy. And obviously there's I think there's a Jack Becker. He's pretty decent too. So those four guys are in my mind. You know, if when I keep winning, I'll hopefully verse these guys and showcase my skills against some other people. Yeah.
All the above sound like fantastic matchups. Aiden Aguilera's got a fight coming up shortly as well, so maybe the timelines might line up there. Who knows? But now you're only 25, so obviously time is on your side. But what are your goals in MMA in the longer term?
I want to make it to the UFC. Obviously, that's the goal. So I've just got to keep winning. You know, have this fight. Hopefully, get another one in by the end of the year. Hopefully, COVID doesn't stuff that up or anything. But yeah, I want to have this one, another one, and then you know, just keep on winning, mate. And then hopefully UFC come and knocking. That's the goal.
Definitely. And how far off do you think the call up might be? As I said, you're only 25, so you got plenty of time. But how many sort of wins or how much time do you think would need to pass before you think you're in the window?
I think I'll be in there by the end of next year. You know, if I keep winning, I should have another 3 or 4 fights by then, by the end of next year. So fingers crossed, mate. Just got to keep on winning, and hopefully, yeah, like I said, they come knocking.
Yeah, I guess that's all you can do, isn't it? So before I let you go, Dan, do you have any sponsors or anyone you'd like to shout out? I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to a couple of my sponsors. Nate from Alpha Hair Clinic. Any bald guys looking to make a change, you know, it's SMP. So he tattoos scalp micropigmentation. So he's a wizard. You can follow him on Instagram, Alpha_Hair Clinic, and yeah. And I've got also one more sponsor, Scott from Form Up. So big shout out to Scott. Yeah, that's all.
Well, excellent, Dan. Thank you so much for stopping by, and all the best at Eternal 61.
All right, thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.